The 52, keeping still or in action. This is keeping still mountain. We either have the cross of service, stillness, or demands. That will be presented here if you have the 52 in your conscious core essence or your personality sun. So once we get to this 52nd gate, this is the Buddha gate. This is a passive power. It comes out of the root center, and that root center is providing us the fuel to concentrate, to focus and to concentrate. So possible depression can happen here because we don't know what is worthwhile concentrating on, unless we're using our strategy and authority and not letting the mind get in the way. The right angle cross of service, everything about this service is rooted in passive concentrations. So this is the ability to build bureaucracies. And because it is entirely logical, the whole responsibility here is to ensure that the pattern is correct, to move us into a future that is secure. These people want to sit down and think about it. They provide service passively. So the nature of this service is that it will eventually is going to become a profession, this intellectual service. Even though the only activation is the 17th gate in quote unquote the mind, these are the people that really contemplate. They have time to focus, they have time to concentrate, and they look at all the opinions and they look at the future movement. So with the definition that's going to be there in that 17 and 18, there's a great potential here to fuel talent. And it's about that correction. Now, remember, we don't have any solutions here because the 48 is what holds all of the solutions. So it's this necessary movement into the future to see what needs to be corrected and then look towards the solutions. So these beings have this basic energy. It's a projected energy, recognizing that something needs to be corrected. So with this cross of service, other people are always going to be coming to you. The other thing about it is that having the 52 in your profile, you have a tendency to be a couch potato. Why? Because you are designed to be focused and concentrative. Now, with the 18 and the 78, or the 18 and the 58, this is one of the sports channels as well. So there can be activity. So don't take everything to heart and say, well, I don't just sit and concentrate. I do lots of things. Yes, there can be activity. There can be sports activity here as well. Now, these are the beings that are passively giving service, mostly intellectually, and they are doing that by being themselves. It's this demonstration. Remember, right angle cross people are self-absorbed in their process. So how do you make money here? Well, what do you see that needs to be corrected? What have you been able to concentrate and focus on and see what needs to be corrected? And being able to provide that fuel so that people can step into the solutions, so that people can step into identifying with their own skills. So this would be an excellent a sports scout, someone who sits in the bleachers. They might sit in those bleachers, say at a hockey or at a hockey rink or a basketball arena or whatever you may say, a sports pitch or a soccer pitch, and they sit there, they concentrate, they sit there and they sit there and they sit there and they watch, and they're able to see, this person has potential, this person has potential, and be able to create opinions and create this energy and fuel to then go out and help those particular people that they scout get into the roles that they need to. And it's a passive service because they sit and they sit and they sit and they pinpoint out who has the talent. Now, when we get to the juxtaposition cross of stillness, what we have here underneath, instead of the 17 and the 18, we have the 21 and the 48. Now, all of a sudden, we have this ability to see this depth and have those solutions that the right angle cross was looking for. So now we have this possibility for those solutions, and it's a totally different phase here. This stillness, there are solutions that are waiting underneath the surface that can really take control of the situation. There's an opportunist here as a fourth line. That's what the juxtaposition is always a 4-1. So that juxtaposition, cross of stillness, these people have tremendous influence when others come to them and ask for the solution. So these beings are designed to be asked, like, can you help me? Can you tell me what's going on? What's wrong? So that they can share that depth, so that they can bring out and concentrate on what needs to be presented as a solution and be able to take control of that situation. So these people that are on this, it can create a lot of frustration because there's stillness here, especially if you are a builder. So, just relax into the fact that it's okay for you to be still when you need to be still. Okay. Now, what kind of wealth can you attract here? There's all kinds of potential here. Again, you are the solution. So the right angle cross people are sitting there and they are providing the fuel and showing what needs to be corrected. Now, this is the solution. So this could be the actual manager of the person that's playing the sport. So we had the scout in the right angle cross, and now here's the manager because they're able to concentrate on it, provide the solutions, and take control of the situation and use all of that fuel to catapult that person into their career. Then we have the left angle cross of demands. Again, this whole solution-oriented, take control in the design aspect of it and be able to focus and concentrate on this vitality, this fuel for vitality. So when we move here to this left angle cross, this left angle cross of demands, you see it is one thing to point it out and then say, hey, look, there's a problem over there. So it's another thing entirely to demand that something be done about it. This is the protest movement. These are the demanders. They absolutely demand that whatever the problem is, that we must implement these solutions. These are the ones out there stomping their feet and literally taking control of the situation. Like, you must pay attention. Right now, we demand that you pay attention and that we demand that you utilize these solutions to get us out of whatever problem that we're in. So, of course, when we look at the left angle cross, you're always looking at either a fifth line person or a sixth line person. You guys have looked at those in the profile aspect. And fifth line people can get projected onto that they are power hungry, control hungry. And it's just that they know what the solution that needs to be implemented to, and they concentrate on that. They can see it. So they're not motivated here by taking control. They're motivated by insisting that someone get it done. So the collective is always concerned about society. So this isn't about taking this on personally and demanding anything personally. This is about the collective needs to make these corrections. Here are the solutions, and it's the collective that has to take that step, because that's what it's really about. So the 52 is about being passive. It's about waiting, and that passive strength shows itself. So now here we have the talent scout, and then we have the talent manager. And here, this is about the demands. So maybe that is the organization as a whole, the sports organization as a whole. You can see that what needs to be corrected. You have the solutions for that. You have the fuel for that, and you've concentrated on it. Now let's make this stuff happen. So these are the demand people. They're stomping their feet, and they are making money because they get people to move, to take action. So have fun with this, and we will chat about it in our coaching sessions.